Hi guys, good morning and happy day after Thanksgiving to everybody. Um, my name's Dale and this is a new kind of adventure for me. This is a YouTube channel I started several years ago that I never did anything with. So I kind of thought I'm going to start maybe doing something with it. So with that it's a brand new channel. If you watch the video, it would be great if you would hit that subscribe button and all that kind of stuff, and help me get started on the right foot. I'd really appreciate that. What we're going to do with this channel is we're going to just go do stuff. It's not going to be the same stuff every video. We're just going to do stuff. If I feel like going somewhere and just bringing the camera with and doing something, that's kind of stuff we're going to do. So hopefully it doesn't just get the same old. I do have another YouTube channel. It's called Scrapyard Rescue, that I do car stuff. So I've been doing that for a couple of years, and winter's coming here where I'm at, and I can't really do the car stuff anymore. So I'm just going to do other stuff. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you around my off-grid solar system. I live here this is Oregon, and I live up basically up in the, would be, I guess, foothills of the mountains. We're about 5,000 feet here. So this is pretty rural. We don't have any grid power here. Everything here is off grid. So I just want to kind of go over that and show you what we did and how we did it and why we did it, and give some of you guys that maybe haven't done a off-grid solar system some pointers and things that I learned not to do and stuff like that. So it's going to be kind of windy today, unfortunately. So you're going to have to, I guess, deal with that. There's nothing I can do about that because the wind blows here all the time. So let's go ahead and get started with that, and I'll kind of show you around. And if you have any, ask me questions, and bleep down in those comments, and I'll answer all the comments and stuff. So let's go ahead and just kind of get going with what we got here. All right, this is my main solar system that I have set up here. These are 300 watt panels that I've got here. You can see that I have 7 panels set up. So what does that give me? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. There's 2,100 watts of power in this system right here. And you can also, well, this is plenty of power to run. You could run pretty much small to medium-sized home with this much solar power. It would depend on how many batteries you had, on what you could actually power and stuff. We don't use that much power, so this is actually overkill, but I got a good deal on the panel, so that's why I got so many. That's the first thing we'll go over. These panels were removed from a big office building down in San Jose, California, and the company that did the solar system on it offered these all up for sale for $100 a panel. And man, when I saw that, I jumped in the truck and hauled ass down to San Jose, and I bought these for me. I got some for a couple of friends of mine too. I'll pick some up. So it was a pretty good deal. I've had these now for 3 or 4 years, and I've never had any trouble. The only trouble I've had is with the wind. I've had these got knocked down several times in windstorms. We get these dirt devils that come up here, and man, we had one come up right in and hit this thing just square in there and blew every panel off of that. So I got smart. This is how I set these panels up this time. As you can see, the legs I have on them, that's all Schedule 40 PVC pipe. It's 1 inch. It's all glued together, and then up there on the top, let's see, you can see like right there, I've took those C clamps, drilled through the frame, and actually bolted those to the top of them, of the panels. And then down here on the bottom, I used the same C clamps, and those got deck screws down into the deck that we're standing on here. So those aren't going anywhere. And then on the bottom of them, I bolted those strap hinges down on everything. And then those are screwed into the deck and then bolted to the thing. These things ain't going anywhere. If I get enough wind that's going to knock these down, then I probably don't want to live here anymore, because that would be bad. Now, something else on this that I need to point out. As you can see, let me get back out here a little bit. You can see that these point 3 different directions. So, these 3 panels here face the east. This single panel faces the south, and then of course those 3 panels over there face the west. So I did that with this. Okay, obviously the sun comes up in the east and it swings around over and then sets over there in the west. So these panels will pick up the sun all day long as the sun's moving across the sky. But there's a trick to this. When you wire these up, you need to wire these in 3 separate banks of panels. What you want to do is you hook up these 3 as one bank, the single panel as another bank, and then these 3 as another bank. And depending on how many banks you have, you need to wire them all separate. And the reason being is with solar panels, in the morning, when the sun comes up over here in the east, and it shines on these 3 panels, what happens is those 3 and that one that are in the shade or not getting direct sunlight will actually lower your power input, because they're draining power instead of adding power. So you want to hook it up so only these 3 panels work independently. That one's independent, and these are independent. So you get the full, so in the morning, I'm only getting the 900 watts, and then midday, that one over there is 300 watts. But then you are getting some voltage out of them no matter where the sun is, as long as the sun's out. But you don't want to hook them all up into one system, because it's not efficient. It'll work, but it won't work good. The only time we ever run out of power here is there's about a month long in the winter where it's pretty much cloudy the whole time. It's just clouds for a month. So these will pick up power through the clouds, but not anywhere near as what they do when the sun's out. So we run out of power once in a while and stuff. So, but that's how you do that. So, and then you can see that pipe down there. That's the main power line. Well, that's kind of a mess there. I need to redo that and kind of get it a little bit more organized, straightened out and cleaned up. But then the main power lines run through there, and they run across underneath there, and then across the yard all the way over to that little shed you see over there, and we'll walk over there in a minute. I want to show you this stuff up here first. This little building here, is we just call this our bunkhouse. There's nothing in there except a couple of beds, a TV set, and that's pretty much it. If friends come over or something like that, it's a place for people to stay. My buddies come down from the up north and stay for a week, and we just hang out in here and and stuff. But for power on this, those small panels are 100-watt panels. I don't know where I bought those. I think I bought those new, probably Amazon or something. And then that is a wind turbine that I bought and thought, seeing as how we get so much wind, that it would probably work pretty good. Trouble is, it doesn't. I don't know. I would never buy another one. When we first looked at these, that's supposed to be 250 watts, but that's only at maximum. And it'll go from, I think it starts producing power at like a 5 or 7 mile an hour wind, and then it'll shut back off at somewhere in the upper 30s, so it doesn't just burn the dynamo out on it. But it works. You can see that little gray box here. This is the charge controller that came with it, and it's it's red. So I would have to look in that now and see why it's red, because it could be, the two lower lights, can you see that? I don't know if you can see the lights. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't read it, but they have two green lights and a red. This little charge controller here is the one that works for those two panels up there, and it's in the green. And what I got for batteries here, let's get this thing out of here. Okay, this is all I have for batteries out here. These are two 6-volt deep cycle batteries. They're from Costco. They're liquid acid batteries, which the trouble with these is they're maintenance heavy. You can't use them inside, and these are leftovers from the very first stuff we set up, and I would never use them again. The only reason they're out here is because they haven't worn out yet, so I'll just use them until they're junk, and then I'll trade them in. And then I just have a little bitty inverter down there. It's like 700 watts or something, just to run lights and a TV. That's all that's in here. So this, I don't recommend the wind turbine. I don't think it's really all it's cracked up to be, and I don't recommend using liquid cell batteries. Like I said, you can see the corrosion on them. I need to get out here, do some maintenance, clean them, wash them off, redo the wires, that kind of stuff, and that's an ongoing thing with these. So okay, that's everything out here. So let's go down over to the other end, and I'll show you what we got going there. Okay, this is the battery banks, the main battery banks that powers the house and stuff. So those are 12-volt deep cycle batteries. They're sealed batteries. These you can put inside the house if you want to. We just keep them out here. Keeps them a little cooler and stuff. But this is a 24-volt system. That's the charge controller there for it. I've had that for many years, and it still works just fine. These batteries are pretty good batteries. You can get these on sale for less than $100. They're 12-volt. This system is a 24-volt system. So you can see that what you got to do is you got to hook two of them together, positive to negative. That gives you a 24-volt battery. Same thing over here, positive to negative. So that's a second 24-volt battery. And then you jump them both together, positive, positive, negative, negative, and you have a big 24-volt battery. this works pretty good. I could add, 4 more batteries and have all kinds of power. But like I said, there's only some times in the winter that we run out of power. Most of the time it's fine. You don't need to spend a ton of money on batteries. Unless you got buku bucks, you don't want to buy lithium batteries. They're $1,000 a piece, but I don't recommend them at all. This works just fine. So, and then we'll go inside here. This is just our pump house, but that's the inverter I have. That's a 1500 watt. I think it's 1500. Actually, I think it's bigger than that. But that's all I do. That's all I have to power. To power everything. It comes up through the floor there, up there, hooks into the back from the batteries. This power cord is the power cord that runs in from here and goes into, I have a circuit box like that in the house, and that just runs into it. I do have, all this stuff is wired together. I have one of these in the house, this one, and it's hooked to the house where I could actually run it all off of, everything off the solar stuff, but it's kind of, I don't know how to say it, complicated, I guess. That big black wire you see hanging there is a wire I had jumped into this system. You have to jump it from here to the inverter, and then this system goes to the house, and then there's this, like I said, there's a circuit box like this in the house that runs all that stuff. Oh, I had a great big inverter here that was supposedly would run our pump. We have a deep well pump here, which is down there in that box, but it's 160 feet deep. You need to have a 240 system to run that pump. So I had bought a inverter that was, it was like, I don't know, $1,000 or something for the inverter, and hooked it all this stuff up so it would pump water when it needed to. When there's our water tank, and when the water tank would go down, it's a pressure tank, it would kick on the pump. The pump was hooked to the solar system. It would work. Everything worked like that. It worked for about, I don't know, 5 minutes, and all of a sudden the thing just popped, and that was the end of the inverter. I called the company, talked to them about it, and then they, I don't know, they gave me a bunch of BS and stuff, but, I sent it back and got ripped off for $300 of the money I spent on it. They wouldn't refund me, and just a whole bunch of crap. So I just use that one. It works fine. To run our pump, well, what we have too out here is over here we have a backup generator. This is I don't know, like a 1200 watt, no, 375 and 7500 running watts. This runs our pump just fine with that pressure tank. We have to come out maybe a couple times during the day, turn the generator on, have it pump the tank full, and then the water just works fine. Our wash machine and shower and everything is in there. It all works good. It's off grid. It's not supposed to be a modern house. That's, if you want a modern house, you go buy one. Then you don't have to worry about this. To hook up to that power pole right down there, you should be able to see that. Power company says the minimum to run from that power pole to this building would be $5,000. Plus, I have to get a sewer permit, a building permit, and a permit for the power then. And so all they're doing is just bleeding you out every penny you can get. Up here on my little shed, you can see those panels up there. Those are 100 watt panels too. So there's 300 watts there. I don't have those hooked up, one of these days I'm going to get some batteries and an inverter and hook it up here so I can have, you know, at least lights and some power in here. The reason I'm not in a big hurry with it is I can't run big power tools off the solar unless I had a whole bunch of batteries and a really expensive inverter. And so I just use a generator. If I need to run power tools like that chop saw or a table saw or something, I just hook it into the generator and use that, and it's all good. So anyways, that's pretty much the solar system here. We've been here 10 years and we've just had solar power for you know, 10 years. And those panels up there were the ones we first bought, and then when we got that deal on those big ones, I switched them all. And they used to be up there on the roof, and after shoveling snow off of them for 2 winters, I gave up on that. So anyways, this is about a $400 inverter. The stuff is getting cheaper now. You can buy pretty cheap, and if you watch stuff, you know, different things, places, stuff like that, you do like I did, and you luck out and you find a thing on Craigslist or Facebook, you know, marketplace, and they're selling panels for dirt cheap. You know, that's the way to get them. Otherwise, they run about, the average price on a solar panel is about $1 a watt. So, you know, 300 watt one, those would be $300 normal. So anyways, well, let's get back out by the big panels. Okay, guys and gals and all you little peoples, let's just go ahead and end this video here. Like I said, this is just my second video on this channel. I plan on doing a bunch of different things on this channel, maybe do some camping and going here, going there, just whatever comes to mind. You know, I'm going to do it. It's not going to be a set camping or this or that or whatever. You know, we might go on a road trip or something, or, you know, just something like that. If you're interested in car stuff, you can go to my Scrapyard Rescue YouTube channel and watch my car stuff that I do and things like that. But like I said in the beginning, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button, like, share. It'll really help me grow this channel, and I would really appreciate that. And I will just see you on the next video.